And now that we have the fairy energies in the room, I want to welcome you all to the Spiritual Corner. My name is Prism, P-Chan, or PZ, whatever you want to call me, and I'm here to bring another reading for you guys. We're going to see what's in the energy, what you need to know, and what the fairies need you to do if there is any instruction involved. There might be, because I've never said that before, but we'll see. So I am dealing with a deck that's still pretty new, so we're going to read through the book and see if we can find some tidbits of information that will add to this reading. But I'll try to make it quick. Readings seem to be 45 minutes to an hour, and I don't know how to shorten them. So we have the Shaman. And I'm going to do 3. Kind of a past, present, future thing. We have Ivy. A lot of green here, a lot of heart chakra energy. I'm loving it. And lastly, home sweet home. So this is a lot of good energy. I'm aware of the Ivy and the home sweet home card. It has a lot to do with the growth for Ivy, and home sweet home, just finding your home in your comfort zone, finding home within yourself. I'm also getting with the Hermit shell, like looking for your new home. Like this isn't necessarily like I'm getting like family, like this is separate from that. This is like you finding your own family. But we'll see what the book says and see how we can take this with some tarot as well. So 23 is the number for Shaman. We have 23, 45, and 64. You could be 23, you could be 45, or you could be 64. These numbers could also be significant. Maybe you've seen them prominently this week. So Shaman, of course, the keyword is teacher. The Shaman indicates that you are being asked to take this next step in your spiritual development. Ask that you are being given a shaman guide to assist you in your journey. This guide will help you become more aware of your own inner teacher. Center yourself, release any fears, and move completely into faith. Tell the universe that you are now ready for the next step in your development of your gifts and understanding. Now allow yourself to be guided. Trust in divine timing. Understand that in every step you take during the journey, you are divinely protected. As you wind your way between the visible and invisible worlds, Shaman will help you to unlock the secret knowledge that is there for you. So yeah, I'm definitely getting, oh wait, before we finish with this card, it says, be a good example to others. Remember to leave the ego out of it, and to learn to create from the heart. Others may not seem as advanced as you are, but it is that too could be an illusion. Every person has their own path and timing for their personal growth. As paths lead to source, spirit wants only the best for you. So I'm definitely getting you being your own teacher. You maybe even reaching out to those who are spiritually inclined to guide you towards your path, or on your path. I'm also getting you being a teacher for others. So this can go a lot of different ways, but the way that it's looking with the card setup, I'm really getting that you are being called to move forward on your path, and you may need teachers along the way. This could be other readers, this could be your spirit guides, this could be your ancestors, this could also be a spiritual practitioner. But whoever it is for you, you're being asked to move forward in that. It could even be you being your own teacher and reaching out to through certain sources to find information that you need in order to move forward in your path. Understanding your life path number, your Akashic records, even your natal chart, things like that. Just really defining and refining you and your spiritual path. So we have growth, that's 45. And like I said, that has to do, Ivy, and that has to do with a lot of growth. And specifically in your finances. So Ivy, the keyword is finances. Fairies have no need to worry about finances. They just trust that they will be provided for, and so they are. Trust has a lot to do with the finances of humans also. Asking and then trusting that things will work out for for you opens a pathway for your good to come into you. This is a time when financial issues are at a head of your life. There are opportunities opening up for you. Keep your eyes open and willing to check out any offers that come your way. The universe knows that you are in need and will provide, what you're in need, and will provide if you stay grounded in faith. I'm getting a lot of trust, faith, um, trust in divine timing, trust in your path. Um, so you could be moving towards, if you're not going through financial upheavals, I'm getting this more like trusting in faith, trusting in your finances being replenished at all times. You know, universe always provides type thing. Like there's a lot of developing trust in the universe and in um, your spirit, in your guides, the Most High. You know, however you see it, if you are following the Most High, but you're also dabbling in, water spirits and Mother Gaia and what she can provide for you. There's just very much a trusting blindly. So you could be struggling with that trust in the divine, trust in how things will pan out. It's almost like you can see it, but maybe you don't trust yourself. And when you don't trust yourself, that means you don't trust what you know, and that can just spread like a virus when it comes to your beliefs and how you truly feel, that inner knowing of you being always okay because you are in a covenant with God, with the universe. I'm also getting with the home sweet home now, with those in context, that you're coming home to yourself. You're finding more comfortability in your faith. This is actually quite beautiful. It's nice to get It's the last time I said I didn't want people to be involved in your reading because I wanted to see how the collective was doing. But it seemed like that unfortunately didn't happen, but it happened this time when I kind of just went in blindly, which I love. So I think maybe just seeing what happens and going with the flow may work better for me here. So we have home sweet home. There are 3 levels to this, but the keyword is the return. There are 3 levels to this card. 1, this card is about returning to your roots. It may involve a trip to your childhood home or to relatives. It involves thinking about old memories from the past. 2, the card also refers to the home where you are living now. If you are not comfortable where you are living, then start looking for a new home, or start to do things to your abode to make it more comfortable. 3, for those who are ready to hear it, this card is about awareness. Awareness in the sense about reaching to a point of your spirituality where you feel you're connected to the one source. This is when you truly feel your connection to the one. This is when you truly understand that you are connected to spirit and always have been and always will be. I really think it's that. I think it's really coming home to yourself, coming home to the idea that you have always been protected. You've always been seen by source. And this could be going back into your memory that helps you come to this conclusion. Immediately I'm being called to bring up when I had my first like true encounter that I really vividly remember, aside from like the ones that came after. I remember I was riding down the street going home on my bike, and I was about to cross an intersection. This was right off the ramp of the freeway, so people are turning to go right, and there was someone coming in a very large black truck, but I was too impatient to want to stop and slow down. I wanted to meet that light and keep going, and I noticed that this person also wasn't stopping, but I remember hearing like to keep going, and it didn't click to me at the time, but I felt like there was an inner knowing there. So I I went for it, and I started to bike a little bit faster. And literally, by the skin of my teeth, I could feel the wind of his truck just skid along me. And I just remember constantly thinking to myself, I kept going after that, that I could have died that day. That could have been the end of me. In an alternate universe, I died that day because I could have went much slower. I could have not went fast enough. He could have, just slightly went over and hit me enough to have me flying off or anything like that. But between that time when we were just like about to pass each other, I felt a push, and that push was just enough for me to get through. And I go over that day every time, and I just remember that it's just too, it was too weird for it to not be something that was prominent in my life and something that I should note. And that is what really started to trigger, interesting, that's what started to trigger me into really seeing that source was always there for me. But of course, when you're going through this path, things happen to where your faith can subside, or it can um, diminish a little bit, and you have to kind of bring yourself back up. So this could be you. You could be just going down a really nice path of just really locking in that connection with spirit, and fusing together your, it's almost like co-creation, but there's a missing piece in order for this to be, and that is truly just you being able to believe rather than see to believe. So let's see what we got here for shaman. So there's definitely a contemplation energy, an energy of healing as well. I'm getting like deep thought with the Four of Swords here. We have the Nine of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles reversed, the Temperance card, Seven of Wands, and then I got the Hangman reversed, and right underneath that did the Two of Cups fall. So I'm definitely getting an independent, very confident, centered person here. But there's a lack of reciprocity, and there's a need for balance. There could be a defensiveness here with you seeing how much you're protected and how much you are in need of trust in the universe, because things have already worked out, is how I'm getting it. The Hangman reverse is you not seeing the connection with spirit, with the Two of Cups reverse at the bottom. There's something you're missing here, something that needs to be seen. You could be needing to go down memory lane of all the things that you've been through in order to truly see your connection with spirit. But I'm also getting there's something that you're not seeing that needs to be learned here during this journey. You could also not be seeing your need to teach, your own knowledge, your own ability. Let me actually see here. Actually, I'm going to switch decks so we can clarify. Yeah, I'm getting like a lack of the, like there, with the Six of Pentacles, that has a lot to do with finances, but it also has a lot to do with energy. And I'm getting that like you have all this energy, you are very abundant, but you're not giving in to sort, like there's not a mutual co-creation here, and that is what's hindering your ability to really be set in on your path. There's a little bit of defensiveness here when it comes to spirit. This could be, I'm almost getting this could be because of maybe some sort of past situation that you're not seeing as a blessing, or a rejection is protection type of deal, rather than seeing it as like a missed opportunity. Because, you know, we miss a lot of opportunities, but a lot of the opportunities that we miss tend to be something that wasn't even aligned with us to begin with. Um, yeah, Queen of Pentacles coming out right on top. It could be that you're missing how abundant you are when you connect with spirit, and how abundant you can be, because you're coming as pre-empress energy with the Nine of Pentacles, but you're also coming out as the Queen of Pentacles, someone who is very stable, very secure with themselves, just as much as the Nine of Pentacles, but even more so. They're very secure with the investments that they make. They know exactly how to move and exactly who to move towards as investments in people as well. So I'm getting that, like, you have the ability to invest in your connection with spirit. Maybe it's a lack of knowledge through your teachings. Maybe you still need to, like I said, learn about your life path and your purpose in general. Yeah, there's a lack of trust and guidance with the Star in reversed. It's almost as if you don't trust that things are going to work out. You don't trust in the guidance in spirit on some things. This could be a specific thing. Let's see, what exactly is this trust, mistrust? Maybe that things will be balancing out with the Justice reverse and the Two of Wands. It could be a plan that you have or a decision that you need to make. I think it's more of a plan that you feel like is it going to work out and balance out. But I'm here to tell you, you have that deep connection with spirit if you just open up to it, and you are abundant on your own. So you have the ability to truly see this thing through. I think that you need to get in your bag and become the teacher. I'm sorry, the student instead of the teacher in a lot of aspects of your trust. Let's see, Ivy. Again, this is about finances. Ace of Cups reversed. Three of Wands reversed. Yeah, there's like a very big lack of trust here, especially in the providing aspect of the universe. So we have the Ace of Cups reversed, the Three of Wands reversed, the King of Cups reversed, the Fool reversed, and the Nine of Wands reversed. Maybe there's a little bit of hesitation here. There could also be a need to open up your heart more with all this heart chakra energy coming out. Something is blocked when it comes to your emotions, and especially with the Ace of Cups. That's like I think of that as the heart. So yeah, you could be either overwhelmed or there's a blockage on how your emotions are expressed due to a lack of expansion, or something not coming in, or something that you don't see coming in. And this is due to you not standing in your power. This could also be, let me see, is this somebody else? Maybe I'm getting this is more so you though, with the King of Cups reversed and Fool reversed, taking that leap. Yeah, this is you. Nine of Pentacles again. So yeah, this is absolutely you. There's a need for you to let down your guard, especially with the Seven of Wands here in the upright, and then we have the Nine of Wands here. You may feel like you need to always be in some sort of battle. This could cause you to make, I'm getting like impulsive decisions that aren't grounded with the Fool in reverse. And this is due to you not following your heart. Yeah, ooh, come through spirit. That's what it is. You're not able to trust that feeling in your heart, your intuition to move forward. And I know you have a plan. This may even be the universe's plan for you that you're aware of, but there's just like a lack of moving forward on this, and that's due to just hesitation, a lack of faith, a lack of reciprocity in just giving in to spirit. And I don't get that this is like a ongoing thing. This may just be a situation that you're going through right now just due to circumstances externally happening around you, and you just need to come back into yourself and find home within the self rather than externally. Let's see what we got here with the home sweet home. Interesting. So, sorry, I'm asking Spirit what the order is. So, we have the Judgment card in reverse, Eight of Cups, the Star reversed, Five of Pentacles, and the Seven of Cups in the upright. There's a truth here that you're not facing in yourself. And it could be, again, connected to how comfortable you are in the home of spirit. There's a need to walk away from things that aren't healing you. It could be a mindset like hopelessness. I'm definitely getting that pull, especially with the previous spreads, that you definitely are lacking faith. And this may be due to your home. It could be external people around you, or it could just be more so like you paying attention to, like your mind being distracted by other things around you that really don't matter. Because when you cut out everything and you remember that you can only control yourself, therefore you're focused on you and what you can control, which is again your reactions or responses, you tend to lose sight of like your journey when you focus outward. But when you focus inward, it's like you immediately know when there's a shift. For example, a year ago, I remember like when I was really integrating this lesson, that I would be pulled away from by certain people, and I would be having fun, but over like it would just be this feeling of someone whispering in my mind, telling me, "Hey, aren't you supposed to be doing something?" That could be something that you were being told, and you're not hearing it with the judgment reversed, or rather, you're not listening to it. You're very much avoiding this need to look into the mirror, to look into what exactly you are attracting, and to walk away. So it could be a situation like that where you're feeling distracted by something, someone, or someplace, and it is causing you to skew when it comes to your journey overall, which is diminishing your trust and faith and in the divine. But once this is accomplished and you walk away from this, whatever this is, there's going to be a increase, a restoration in your energy and the energy that you need to pour into spirit and to open up your heart and believe. So you could be emotionally I was going to say energetically, but you could also be emotionally depleted right now over whatever is going on in your life. And but know that once you get past this, there is going to be so many options opened up for you here. As soon as you start to recover, doors open up. Let's see if we can get just a little bit more on this. Yeah, there's a need to detach from toxic people, places, or things. Being honest with yourself with the Seven of Swords reversed. And opening up your heart with the King of Cups in the upright. I really think that that's it. That's kind of the advice. It's so funny that I said there may be some advice here that you need to hear, and absolutely, in order to come back to source and to feel truly connected as you were possibly before this kerfuffle or this dip, is to remember the fundamentals: believing before seeing, opening your heart without expecting to receive, because that in itself is receiving. To walk away from things that do not heal you, do not guide you in the right light, that only descend you. And in order to, when you, it's like you're making space, purging. There's probably a need to purge here. Purge your things in your home, places in your home, maybe even purge your home in general and move somewhere else. Um, this could also be redecorating your home internally, your mental home. Regardless of what it is, there's a need to walk away from things that just do not serve you and are only toxic and cause a lot of addictions, like maybe addictive mental loops that cause you to lower your frequency, and really being honest with yourself about where your mind goes and where you put your energy as well. There can also be a need to, because the King of Cups is very emotionally regulated, there could also be a need to really go do some shadow work and focus on maintaining and restabilizing your emotions. You could be very reactive at this time, and that it puts up a barrier from the divine when you do that. And it's not something that, like, it's not something that's not going to happen. Like, don't feel bad that you have lost a little bit of faith or that your faith is declining, because there's a beautiful thing that happens when you get reintroduced to spirit. It's like the connection becomes even stronger than it was when you lost it. So I'm really getting a need to really do some shadow work and understand where these blockages are lying, because they're really in your emotions. You could be suppressing your emotions as well. You don't want to do that. That is what causes disease in the body. It can also cause sickness when we hold that in, and it fruitions in different ways physically. That's why it needs to be released, whether it is from 2 years ago, 30 years ago, yesterday. You have to release it, because all it's going to do is be a detriment. So I think I'm going to get you a little fairy oracle whisper to close this out. And we have doors to other realms open. Embrace the magic. So beautiful. And celebrate life's moments. Let your spirit shine like the stars. So yeah, I'm getting these doors are waiting for you to open them. But you have to open yourself up to spirit in order to do that. But that is going to need to, there's going to be a few things you need to do in order to even get that done, which has a lot to do with your heart, has a lot to do with your emotional state, has a lot to do with the home that you have, whether that be physically or spiritually. And I'm getting with this firefly dance to get out and enjoy your life. Even if it's just dancing in your room, dancing outside, going to the park, just really embracing life and its simplicities. That can really help open up your heart. When you live in these higher frequencies of simplicity and just bliss, it reminds you that life isn't so complicated and humdrum. There's so many aspects and colors to life, and even the darker, more muddy colors only make the the saturated pastels, those colors, so much more beautiful, and it should be embraced. Even this painful moment, if you're having a lot of just emotional moments should be embraced. And if you don't want to be there, ask yourself how we can get there. Break down where you are now, you know? But I'm getting a lot of hopeful energy. I don't think you guys are really in like too bad of a rut. It's mainly just life is lifing, and it's causing a little bit of turbulence in your spiritual world. And it's just up to you to straighten things out, get things stabilized. But just like all storms, they always pass. They're never forever. So I want to thank you for watching my reading. If this resonated with you, please hit the video with a like, or even let me know about your journey and how this resonates with you in the comments. And I'll see you next time.